Alright, so Arman Tsarukyan is out of the title fight against Islam Makhachev, and Renato Moicano will be stepping in. This is absolutely crazy news, okay? I can't believe Renato Moicano, out of all people, is getting a title shot right now. And Arman Tsarukyan, his special move was to pull out the fight, and this was actually genius, okay? Because now Islam Makhachev has no way to beat him because he's not there, okay? So Arman Tsarukyan, he can't lose because he's not in the fight. That's actually a genius move. I can't believe no one predicted this earlier, but genuinely, this news is absolutely insane. Arman Tsarukyan is out because of back injuries, okay? All jokes aside, I saw a lot of people hating on him. You can't hate on him too much. If he's not in a state to fight, like, you know, there's not really any point for him to fight then because it's not going to make any sense. Anyway, let me know what you think about the Money Moicano title run, and also let me know who you guys have in this fight because I know this is going to be a very controversial one, okay? I know a lot of people are going to be picking Moicano. Maybe Islam is kind of the big underdog here. Maybe he'll pull it off. Who knows? And while you're down there, I'd really appreciate if you could like and subscribe. Really close to 500 subs. Anyway, let me get into it. First, I want to break down quickly Islam Makhachev versus Renato Moicano because, you know, this is the new main event. And, bro, this is genuinely crazy, okay? Look, everyone's going to be picking Islam Makhachev, but look, Money Moicano is going to get this done simply because he cannot afford to lose. Alright, now I'm joking, okay? Islam Makhachev, I think he's going to KO Renato Moicano fairly easily, okay? Renato Moicano's grappling is not that crazy or anything. He's a great grappler, don't get me wrong, but he's definitely not Islam Makhachev level, so I don't think that Moicano is going to be able to even like sub Islam Makhachev because Renato Moicano, he does have good submissions, but recently he hasn't been like utilizing them properly, even though he's had like dominant positions on the ground. It's mainly been ground and pound, which I just don't think he's going to be able to ground and pound or hold down Islam Makhachev. I really don't see that. Maybe he will be able to catch Islam in a submission because Islam will maybe underestimate Renato, but you know, I don't really see that happening either, okay? Islam Makhachev, this guy just has way better grappling. On top of that, Renato Moicano is kind of chinny, and on top of that, his striking is really not that good compared to Islam Makhachev, who's like a top 3 striker in the UFC right now. It's just like, I don't think this is very close at all. This is not one of those like Khalil Roundtree, Alex Pereira type matchups where everyone's like, oh my god, this guy has no chance, and then he actually does really well. Renato Moicano, as much as I love Money Moicano, bro, I was so excited because, bro, the title run was coming, man. He was about to beat Beneil Dariush. He was going to get there, but, you know, like, another thing is just like Renato Moicano, he's been training for Beneil Dariush, okay? He's been training for a 3-round fight too. Like, I don't see him winning. This is like, he's been training for way worse competitions. This is not going to be one of those things where, you know, he just comes in one day notice and he's like, you know, just because he's been waiting for this his whole life, the world's against him, and then now he's just going to be able to pull it off. Like, that's just not going to happen, you know? So, you know, that's really unlucky for Moicano. I wish he didn't have to get his title shot in these circumstances, but, you know, hopefully he does well, hopefully get a good fight, but honestly, I really see Islam Makhachev knocking him out in under 3 rounds. I think the first round will maybe be somewhat close, and then rounds 2 or 3, Islam is just going to put him out. I think he's going to knock him out cold with, you know, maybe a, like, left hook, right hook, that type of thing, maybe an overhand, maybe a kick, who knows, but I just think Islam's going to knock him out cold. Anyway, let me get to the rest of the card, because this was originally supposed to be a predictions video, but Renato Moicano literally pulled out, like, just as I was making this video, right, I was about to make it, he pulled out the fight, which is insane, okay? So, you know, and a lot of people, I think I said at the beginning, a lot of people are hating on Arman, saying, oh, I hope he doesn't get a title shot, I hope, like, we never hear of this guy again. Bro, like, again, if he can't fight, like, what do you realistically want this guy to do, you know? I mean, like, I don't really understand why everyone's hating on him, and everyone's saying, dude, I hope I never hear of Arman Tsarukyan again, man. They didn't give Charles his title shot because of an injury. They better not give it to Arman too. Look, bro, I don't think they're gonna, like, skip out Arman Tsarukyan, okay? If you really think that was gonna happen, you're so unbelievably stupid, okay? Okay, I know there's gonna be some people who think, oh, man, Arman does not deserve a title shot anymore, and, you know, I'm sorry for calling you stupid, but look, bro, why would they do that? Like, Islam already has no contenders left. Arman Tsarukyan is the only contender. Unless you somehow think, like Max Holloway should get. Like, I don't even know. Who else is there for Islam Makhachev to fight? He has nobody outside of, like, Ilia Topuria, who realistically hasn't earned it yet either. Unless he goes up and beats, like, Charles or something. Like, he doesn't have any contenders. They're obviously going to give it to Arman Tsarukyan. So, look, that is, you know, I don't understand the hate there. But, look, I'm going to go through the rest of the card. Starting off with Tadjir Ulanbekov versus Clayton Carpenter. Now, Clayton Carpenter is actually decent, but he's not that good. He is very, like, he's just okay. He's, like, mid. I know he's undefeated, but I just think it's because he's not really fought anyone that good yet. I think he did beat a decent guy last time in El Rocha. I thought that was, like, fine, I think. From what I remember, I don't think Rocha was great or anything, but I think he was fine, okay? But Tadjir Ulanbekov, he's fought good competition, and, you know, he's actually really good. He's one of the Dagestanis. He did lose to Tim Elliott, but look, bro, Tadjir Ulanbekov, I think he can probably pull this off. I think he's just way better, way more experienced than Clayton Carpenter. And Clayton Carpenter is not really that dangerous anywhere, so I think Tadjir Ulanbekov will probably win this one. probably by decision, maybe by submission in rounds 2 or 3, depending on how much better Tajiro's grappling is than Clayton's, because Clayton, I believe he's a wrestler as well. He is coming off a submission, but I just don't think that, I don't know, bro. Clayton Carpenter, he's decent. Maybe Tajiro isn't going to be able to just dominate him, but maybe he will, who knows. Anyway, Ricky Turcios versus Bernardo Sopai, okay? This is just not even close, okay? Bernardo Sopai was literally destroying Vinicius Oliveira for 2 rounds until he just... I think he like gassed out or something, but he was coming in like 2 weeks notice anyway. I think it was like 2 weeks, 1 week. Like he came in on short notice and he gassed out in the last round and got like KO'd. Like the KO of the year too, bro. So unlucky. But look, bro, Ricky Turcios, he just did not do good at all on the ground against Raul Rosas Jr. I think Bernardo Sopai is going to destroy him because Bernardo Sopai's ground game was so dominant last time. I think Ricky Turcios really has no chance. I'm going to go with Bernardo Sopai by like a round 2 submission or something, maybe round 1. But I don't think that Sopai is going to... I don't think he has a crazy submission game. I just think he's very dominant on the ground and Ricky Turcios is just going to get destroyed. Now, next fight, Rinya Nakamura versus Muin Gafarov. Okay, Muin Gafarov... I'm pretty sure this is the guy that rushed in on Saeed Nurmagomedov and got subbed immediately. Okay, so that's not very good look at all. But look, Rinya Nakamura, he's a very, very good grappler. I don't think he's that crazy good. I don't think this guy's extremely talented or anything. He's gone to a couple of decisions recently. But I think Muin Gafarov, he's just not that good. Okay, I think he's just fine. Like, even like in his recent fight, even though he won, like, he just didn't look great. Like, Muin Gafarov is not this guy who's just incredibly talented. He kind of looks like Master Uguay, if you know who that is. But, Rinya Nakamura, I just think he's way more talented, way better on the ground. I think he's going to take down Muin Gafarov and just control him. Muin Gafarov, again, he's just fine. I think Rinya Nakamura by decision is probably the pick. Then Island Perez versus Carl Rosa. This is a great fight. This is a very interesting fight we have. Anyway, Zachary Reese versus Azamat Bekoev. Look, bro, Zachary Reese is the most goated prospect in this middleweight division. Okay, this guy is just so entertaining. He's so skilled everywhere, too. His ground game is so good. His striking is so good. And he's fighting Azamat Bekoev, who's coming in on 2 weeks' notice. I don't think this one's close at all. I'm going to go with Zachary Reese by probably a first-round finish. I think he's going to get back onto this finishing streak. Then Grant Dawson versus Diego Ferreira. This is a banger fight, okay? Grant Dawson, he is very, very good. His wrestling is very, very good. Then you have Diego Ferreira, and this guy's like the definition of a crafty vet. Okay, I'm going to go with Diego Ferreira, okay? He's probably going to be a huge underdog in this fight just because of, probably his age. And you never know, bro. I think Grant Dawson does have a very good chance in winning this fight, but I just think Diego Ferreira is just one of those guys who's going to beat the up-and-comers. And I know Grant Dawson's like on a 10-fight win streak, or he was on a 10-fight win streak, and he's not really an up-and-comer, like, per se, but look, Diego Ferreira is he's just one of those guys. His boxing, he has insane power. His boxing is very good. And he just shut down Mateusz Rebecki. Mateusz Rebecki is 20 million times better than Grant Dawson, okay? So I think Diego Ferreira is probably going to... He might chin him. He might chin him in the first couple, 2 rounds, but I think he's going to win a 29-28 crafty vet decision, okay? I think Diego Ferreira, again, his ground game is just so good as well. I just don't see him winning this. Then you have Bogdan Guskov versus Billy Elkana. Now, I really thought that Anthony Smith retired or something, but apparently not. He's coming back and he's fighting this random guy, this NPC, Billy Elkana. Now, look, Billy Elkana, if you just look at his topology, this guy is an absolute disgrace, okay? He is not beating the GOAT, Bogdan Guskov. Bogdan Guskov is going to KO him in the first round. Brutally put him on a highlight, okay? Billy Elkana, this guy's losing on the regional circuits to absolute bums, okay? So, I don't think Billy Elkana's winning this, and on top of that, he's coming in on short notice. I don't think this is going to be him pulling off an upset. Anyway, Jailton Almeida versus Sergey Spivak, okay? Sergey Spivak, he's a great fighter, as we all know, but look, bro, Jailton Almeida is just 20 million times better. I think Jailton Almeida, he's just going to take down this fat blob and sub him. And I know Sergey Spivak, he's not really bad. He's not one of the bad blobs. He's one of the better blobs, but he's still a fatty. He's still a massive tubby. And I think Jailton Almeida, it's just his specialty, just to ragdoll all these fat tubbies, okay? It's just his, it's like his, mythical fight, Jailton Almeida against a fat guy. Then you have Peyton Talbot versus Raoni Barcelos. Look, bro, I'm going to go with Raoni Barcelos by a crafty vet decision, okay? Nah, bro, Peyton Talbot is going to absolutely smoke Raoni, okay? Raoni, he's fine. He's not that crazy or anything, but look, Peyton Talbot just has that crazy aura right now. He's just an insane prospect. I think he's going to absolutely smoke Raoni Barcelos, probably by a first-round KO. And then you have Kevin Holland versus Renier the Riddler. I did somewhat of a breakdown to this a couple days ago. I think Kevin Holland's going to smoke Renier the Riddler, okay? The Riddler, this guy is absolutely terrible. And, I'm not even saying this to, be mean, okay? Because I really like the guy, to be honest. With Renier the Riddler, he's one of the few guys, like, when I listen to this guy talk, even though I don't even like him as a fighter, like, he's actually pretty entertaining, and I think he's quite funny. So, you know, I like the guy. I want to see him succeed, but he's just not good, okay? And I think Kevin Holland, he has the better gas tank, better striking. His jiu-jitsu is probably not better, but I don't think he's going to get dominated on the ground. I think his striking is going to be good enough to not get dominated. I think, you know, Renato the Riddler is going to have a tough time with Kevin Holland. And, you know, probably, I think he's going to get KO'd maybe. But I think, you know, Kevin Holland, I don't think he's going to be able to finish him in the first couple of rounds, you know, because Kevin Holland, the way he's talking about the fight, he's talking about it like going the distance, you know, not going the distance, but, you know, going to round 3. So maybe Kevin Holland will knock him out in the 3rd round. Maybe he'll bring him to a decision. Who really knows? The guy's just unpredictable. He just does whatever he wants. So, you know, who knows? Kevin Holland, maybe he'll knock out Renato the Riddler in the 1st round. Who knows? Maybe he'll just take him to a decision. Who knows? And then, you know, Yuri Prochazka versus Jamal Hill. I also did a breakdown for this if you want to go watch it. I'm picking Yuri Prochazka. I just think he has more power. I just think his striking is slightly better than Jamal Hill's. And I just, you know, if one of these guys is going to get chinned, I don't think it's going to be, you know, Yuri Prochazka. I think Yuri Prochazka is the tougher guy. I think he's going to, you know, use his warrior spirit and knock out Jamal Hill probably in the 2nd round. I think what's going to happen is Yuri Prochazka is going to be getting pieced up by Jamal Hill in the 1st round. You know, maybe he'll get leg kicked or something. Jamal Hill will notice that and want to leg kick him. And I just think as the fight goes on, Yuri's just going to be finding little openings. And, you know, I think he just might chin Jamal Hill. He's just going to find that one opening and he's going to crack Jamal Hill, knock him down, finish the fight. I really see that happening. Maybe similar to the Rakic fight, but probably not really. I think Jamal, like, his boxing is cleaner, so, you know, I think he's going to outbox Yuri Prochazka. Then you have Merab Dvalishvilli versus Arman Nurmagomedov. I also did a breakdown for this. I'm going to be picking Arman Nurmagomedov. I just think he's better literally everywhere. And Merab, the guy's just not really good anywhere. All he really has is takedowns. And I think if Umar takes him down, he'll just dominate him. If Umar chooses to have an MMA match, I think he's just going to have a way tougher time because Merab just has a way better chance of just tiring him out if it's just on the feet and he can just shoot takedowns relentlessly. I think if Umar just takes him down, it's going to be so much easier. He's going to be able to just hold down Merab because he just really does not have the best jiu-jitsu or best grappling, you know. So if Umar can just hold him down, it's going to be easy. Okay, Merab has been held down before in like local Sambo competitions. Imagine what Umar's going to do to him. Anyway, so I'm probably going to go with Umar either by decision if he chooses to strike and, you know, probably by a TKO or a finish if he chooses to grapple with him. And then Islam Makhachev versus Renato Moicano. I already gave my prediction for this in the beginning. I'm going to go with Islam Makhachev by a KO in rounds 2 or 3. And yeah, this card is insanely stacked. I'm very excited for this. Renato Moicano versus Islam is going to be interesting to watch. I'm glad that Islam's going to have a KO on his highlight reel. It's finally not KOing a guy. Never mind. Renato Moicano is a fan favorite. Okay, so he's actually just KOing all the fan favorites he possibly can. Okay, Arman Tsarukyan was the only guy, and then he pulled out the fight. Okay, so hopefully Arman does get better. I'm very excited for this fight night, though. That's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. All right.